have finished the recoil room. So get that off stream, my bad. I had a little bit of a crisis off stream where I was under the impression that I could not do the recoil room and had started looking at the other rooms, got box checked by the speed room line was super ugly, the crit room I just got box checked, defense room I was box checked, and then the strength room didn't even seem that much easier than recoil, so I just went back to recoil and figured it out, so. Let's see, the team here. Then I need soft sand, miracle seed, muscle band, person. This is KO this. Okay. Go here, KO, yep. Okay, let's see, option select into the, I've got the Obstagoon backup and this. Okay. Yep, this looks good. So. Okay, so the first room that I'll be doing, and actually let me double check items again. Soft sand, miracle seed, muscle, person. Okay. So the first room I'm going to be doing is accuracy. So, first up is this Doublade. This is pretty easy, just gonna high horsepower this twice. At speed, so I'm not worried about Iron Head. If it crits me, then I'm pretty likely to just like proc Citrus and get back up to the range I want to be at, I'm pretty sure. Or, oh no, I'm just always above half, and that's all that matters. Just high horsepower again. And this should be Golurk going for Earthquake. Yep. So I just go with Cortera on this. Taking nothing from this. And Seed Bomb is a guaranteed one-shot. Now I am slower and outdamage both, so even though I have a slow kill on Lycanroc, that's still what's going to come out. And now, either the Seed Bomb kills or I get burned and it doesn't. Either is fine. Okay, we just get the straightforward line then. Now, Machamp comes out, and always going for Dynamic Punch, so I go Hatterene on that with a Person Berry to heal off the confusion. I show it a slow kill with Psy Shock so it can never bulk up, and this I always live a Mega Kick crit. This has a chance to kill, but it doesn't need to. Okay, now Hitmontop lives a random move crit and also has Person. And then just bake out Mach Punch. And that's the first room done. Next is the recovery room, which there are some branching lines on, but shouldn't be. This should also be riskless. So here it's Talonflame, Sawsbuck, Caracosta, Torterra, Mudsdale, and Hatterene. And for items here, sorry, you can have them back. Citrus, Frost, and let me this, then so the line here, okay, then yep, okay. So next is recovery room. So there's an early crit that can change the line a bit, but nothing too bad. So this is going to set up the grassy terrain. Talonflame sadly does not get to benefit from that because it is flying, but that's all right. So gonna lead off with an acrobatics. If this crits and kills, great, saves me some time and HP. Otherwise, it still works out almost identically. Now it sees that I have a fast kill on it. I'm just gonna sees I have a fast kill. It's gonna grassy glide. I roost. Now here's where a crit would be annoying. Okay, didn't get it. Sorry if the sound cutting off is annoying, but I don't want to spend too long on this. So I can go about my day, and I just don't want to sit through the healing animations. This is always Scald. That's why Sawsbuck has a Rost Berry equipped. And then, thanks to grassy terrain, Hornleech always kills. And now, this is fast kill from Arcanine with Flare Blitz. Paracosta with a Rost to play around Flare Blitz Burn. The recoil it takes from Flare Blitz does not matter because it's just gonna... Hey, look at that, played around it. Okay, I was very confused for a second. No idea why all that healing went off before the Rost. Oh, wait. Just Razor Shell here. I always live Wild Charge crit. Won't mess up baiting. And this worked out really nicely. That's a high roll. That's a nice defense drop. But if I did the math right, that wasn't necessary. That Wild Charge recoil would have done just enough to Arcanine to make up for the healing and make it so that Razor Shell into Aqua Jet always killed. But obviously, with a high roll into a defense drop, this is just always going to work anyways. Now this is Clefable, and this can do a couple different things. It's pretty likely a Calm Mind, but it can also Moonblast. Doesn't matter which one it goes for. I just go here. Okay. I never die to Moonblast into Flamethrower. Flamethrower does 72 max. Spidef drop doesn't matter. Just 2-hit KO this with Seed Bomb. And I'm Rost for if this Flamethrower burns, so that it is always a 2-hit KO. If it Calm Minded, I still 2-hit KO, and the Flamethrower at +1 doesn't one-shot, so it plays out pretty much identically. And now, this is Slowking going for Psychic or Sludge Bomb. Doesn't matter which. I just go here, and after Soft Sand, I always one-shot this with high horsepower. So like a theoretical lose condition was Sludge Bomb Poison into like 12 protects in a row. And now the recoil room, which I had like most of this line, and then I just like got stuck, and then did kind of the classic Norman thing of looking at every other gym trainer, try to figure out what could possibly what other path I could possibly do before realizing I just almost had a recoil room line the entire time. So the lead here is Togi, and then Hatterene, Pop, Costa, Para, and Magneton. For items, I don't have one specified for Hatterene because it doesn't matter. So let's just go Citrus on it. Top needs Muscle Band, and then just Citrus on the rest. And unless I messed this up, this one is also completely riskless. So there is no need to waste a fake out PP here. I can just kill this with Iron Head after the Light of Ruin recoil. Okay. And now this is gonna bait Lucario Aura Sphere. So that's why Hatterene is here, to take the Aura Sphere and bait Steel Beam. And I go to top, who just barely always lives a Steel Beam crit. And then, just barely with Muscle Band, kills this after Citrus Berry. Staraptor comes out, going for random move, but thankfully, Brave Bird and Double Edge do the exact same amount to Caracosta. And I just Rock Slide this, and then after all of the recoil, nice HP by the way, the Rock Slide into Aqua Jet is a guaranteed kill. And this is gonna bait out Bouffalant for Wild Charge. And this is where I got stuck, because I don't have a straightforward way to deal with this. But it turns out I can control its HP pretty well. So I'm gonna go for, let's go with, it doesn't really matter too much. I'm just gonna go with Stomping Tantrum because it has a narrower window of damage. And here is where I'm likely gonna be busting out the ruler. Let's say that was a max roll and it's at 91. Well, okay. Let me look at this. That is looking like a pretty easy to call 51%. So let me see. Okay. So now I'm going to Synthesis, let it take a bit more recoil. It's at 144, 144, 66, just did 19 to itself, so it is at around 53. Let me pull up the ruler again. It's just under 40. Okay, that's perfect. Now I go Magneton, and after recoil, pulling up ruler one more time, 30% is just barely in Thunderbolt kill range without ever risking it going all the way down to Custat Berry range, where it would be able to go first no matter what. And at this HP, I'm always baiting Flare Blitz from Embor, and Caracosta takes 25 from a max roll Flare Blitz crit. I just realized I didn't account for burn here, but that's fine. I just Razor Shell. If this burns, I should have some room to steer. It's 10%. And I really didn't have the slots to bring another Embor answer. And that's that. Now I'm at Norman. I would like to do Norman on stream, like cook Norman on stream, but I don't have great self-control when it comes to that, so I might off-stream cook it. I do have a line. In fact, just super quickly I'll go over it, just to refresh my memory, because this was a really loose line that I went over when I was deciding if I was like desperate for anything in particular from Altering Cave. So the team for now is Hitmontop. Let's turn this off. Is Hitmontop, Talonflame. Oh. Hello? One sec. Okay. Team was Top, Talonflame, Manectric, Togi, Torterra, and Mudsdale. And really, stop. The big issue is just this thing, as it always is. I don't have any answer to this. Here, I'll put this on. Not really sure how I'm getting this to outspeed. I guess I could land the Scary Face pitch. Yeah, it's so that's the only thing that's one-shotting it, and this is my only thing outspeeding it. This does 52, so I need to do at least 82 with something. So if we rule out everything in red and orange, we look at what does necessary damage. Nope. 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 That's it. And there is no move I can switch this in on. So, and unless I can find a way to get HP grass out of this. Manectric is dodging a crit and getting sacked, so I can revenge with this. Another big thing is I might have to spend Andy for this to outspeed, because otherwise Mudsdale needs to take a hit from it to drop the speed, and Mudsdale is already doing that on Diggersby. And also I need to sack something to Pidgeot. So